What if I told you that a single machine, built by a company most people have never heard of, just fundamentally rewrote the rules of car manufacturing? And now, every single automaker on the planet is scrambling to copy it. Tesla didn't invent a new battery, they didn't crack fusion energy, they did something far more devastating. They made the moving assembly line itself obsolete. In 2020, they deployed something called the Giga Press. It's a machine so powerful it injects molten aluminum under such extreme pressure that it consolidates what used to be 300 separate parts and over 1,000 weld points into a single, perfectly formed component, in 80 to 120 seconds, every single time, flawlessly. The old way, you needed hundreds of robots, stamping machines, welders, and paint shops spread across an entire factory. The Giga Press way, one machine, one cycle, one part, done. But here's where it gets wild. Ford is copying it, Volvo is copying it, Hyundai is copying it. Even Chinese automakers have already built ones bigger and more powerful than Tesla's original design. And if you aren't doing this by 2027, you're essentially manufacturing cars with technology that's already dead. If you haven't subscribed yet, this is exactly why you should. Subscribe, so you're the first to understand the technology that's reshaping every car on the road, and the trillion-dollar auto industry fighting to keep up. Let's rewind to see how we got here. To understand the Giga Press, you have to understand the problem it solves. For over a century, making a car body was a process refined at Ford's Highland Park factory in 1913. Stamp flat metal, weld the pieces together, repeat. By the 21st century, this process had evolved, but the fundamental DNA remained the same. A car chassis was built from hundreds of stamped steel or aluminum pieces, all welded together in a carefully orchestrated dance of robots and automation. But there's a brutal limit to this approach. Each stamped part requires its own tool. Each weld is a potential failure point. Each joint adds weight. The body shop, the place where all this stamping and welding happens, consumes 30 to 40% of a factory's real estate and employs hundreds of robots just to assemble the structure. Then Tesla looked at this and asked a question. What if you didn't stamp and weld at all? What if you just cast the entire thing at once? High-pressure die casting isn't new. They've been doing it for decades to make small engine blocks and transmission housings. But scaling it up to create entire structural components the size of a car underbody, that required a machine that basically didn't exist. So Tesla turned to IDRA Group, a company founded way back in 1946 in Brescia, Italy. They were the only manufacturer willing to even attempt to build a gigapress at the scale Tesla needed. IDRA had been acquired by LK Technology of China in 2008, which actually gave them the manufacturing muscle to pull this off. And in 2020, Tesla deployed the first production gigapress in their Fremont factory. They used it to manufacture the rear underbody of the Model Y, what used to be over 70 separate parts, now a single casting. The impact was immediate and staggering. Here's what makes the gigapress so revolutionary. The numbers are almost hard to believe. The machine itself is absolutely massive. It's roughly 20 meters long, 7.5 meters wide, and 6 meters tall. Standard models clamp with 6,000 to 9,000 tons of pressure. But Tesla wasn't satisfied, so now you've got 12,000 and 16,000 ton units coming online. The machine heats molten aluminum to around 700 degrees Celsius, injects it into a reusable mold at insane velocity, and in 80 to 120 seconds, you've got a finished part ready to move to the next station. But the financial and operational implications are where this gets absolutely bonkers. The Model Y's rear underbody originally required over 70 individual stamped parts. Now it's one. The front casting consolidates another massive section. When you combine both, you're eliminating 300 to 600 individual components and somewhere north of 1,000 weld points. This doesn't just save time, it eliminates an entire category of machinery. A traditional body shop might need 300 robots just for stamping and welding this section. With the Giga Press, you need 0. That's not a 10% reduction. That's not a 50% reduction. That's the difference between needing a 500,000 square foot body shop and needing a space roughly 35 to 40% smaller. And the cost savings? Estimating 20 to 30% reduction in body and white costs. That's the frame, the shell, the structural components. That's huge money on a vehicle where the body itself costs thousands. But there's another angle that automakers immediately grasped. This is how you build cheap electric vehicles. If you can reduce the body cost by 20 to 30%, suddenly a $25,000 EV doesn't just become possible, it becomes profitable. That's not some distant fantasy. That's 2027, maybe sooner. Tesla also deployed versions in Shanghai, then Berlin, then Austin. They've moved beyond just the rear underbody. Now the Cybertruck's 9,000-ton press is creating entire structural frames. And their next-gen vehicle, codenamed Model 2, is going to use something called the unboxed process, which takes the logic even further. Front casting, middle battery pack, rear casting. 3 pieces. That's the whole car, structurally speaking. But there's a hidden innovation that amplifies all of this even further: the aluminum itself. Tesla didn't just perfect the casting process, they developed custom aluminum alloys, specifically engineered for high-pressure die casting. Here's the critical part. Traditional castings require heat treatment after forming. You've got to bake them at controlled temperatures for hours to relieve stress and optimize structural properties. With Tesla's proprietary alloys, you don't need that step. The material comes out of the mold at full strength, ready to move directly to the next manufacturing stage. That sounds like a small detail, but it eliminates weeks of downstream processing time and slashes energy consumption. It's the kind of vertical integration that only Tesla could pull off, controlling the material science, the casting process, and the downstream integration all at once. When Sandy Munro, the manufacturing legend who literally reverse engineers vehicles for a living, saw what Tesla was doing, he said something that sent shockwaves through the industry. "If you aren't doing this, you're dead." It's the most significant change in auto manufacturing since the moving assembly line. That quote spread like wildfire, because he was right. The second Tesla proved this worked at scale, the race was on. Volvo was first. They committed to the technology in 2022 and deployed their first 8,000-ton IDRA machine in their Torslanda factory in 2025. They're now casting major components for their next-generation EV lineup. Volvo is the first legacy European automaker to do this. Toyota built 9,000-ton machines in partnership with Ube and Bula, targeting production of their next-gen EVs in 2026. Hyundai and Kia launched an in-house program called Hypercasting using LK technology, with deployment targeted for 2026 as well. Ford? Jim Farley, their CEO, basically came out and said, "Tesla's manufacturing is a huge advantage. We have to do exactly what they're doing." They've announced their unicasting program, and they're not being subtle about it. Volkswagen is testing gigacasting for their SSP platform, their next-generation modular EV architecture. They want to be ready by 2028. Even the German luxury segment isn't immune. BMW and Mercedes, who basically invented premium car manufacturing, are actively exploring gigacasting for their next-generation electric platforms. BMW's iNext architecture and Mercedes's EV modular strategy both incorporate high-pressure die casting as core manufacturing pillars. They're not as aggressive as Tesla or the Chinese players, but they understand that if they don't integrate this technology, their cost structure becomes uncompetitive in the EV world. These are companies with centuries of manufacturing heritage, and they're fundamentally reimagining their factories around this single innovation. But here's the thing, all these Western automakers are essentially playing catch-up, because China didn't wait for permission, they went nuclear. Chinese manufacturers didn't just copy the concept, they improved it. Dongfeng installed a 16,000-ton machine. That's the largest high-pressure die-casting machine on the planet. LK Technology, the Chinese company that owns IDRA, is now the dominant supplier globally. They're not making 5 or 10 of these machines per year. They're ramping production to dozens. Haitian Die Casting, another Chinese player, is producing 8,800-ton plus units. Here's the kicker. 80% of all gigacasting machines in operation or on order right now are in China. 80%. While Western automakers were still debating whether this was really the future, China just became the manufacturing hub for the manufacturing revolution itself. Xiaomi, the Chinese electronics giant, jumped into EVs and used a 9,100-ton hyper die casting machine to produce their SU7. That single machine reduced 72 components into one casting and cut production time by 45%. They're now in volume production. Even insurance and repair shops had to recalibrate. Early concerns about repairability, if you get rear-ended, does that one massive casting doom your car, turned out to be overblown. Thatcham Research actually found that GigaCast Model YS can be cheaper to repair than traditional vehicles when you account for bolt-on crash cans. Insurance premiums are stabilizing. The capital cost? A single Giga Press runs $6 to $12 million, plus massive foundation and infrastructure. That's expensive, but not compared to the savings. You're looking at payback within 18 to 24 months of production. By 2030, the industry consensus is that the 3-piece car, front casting, center battery, rear casting, will be standard, not revolutionary. And Elon said something that encapsulates the mindset shift perfectly. It's like a toy car. We're doing that with full-sized cars. What he meant was, the casting process used for toy cars and small components for decades is now the future of structural auto manufacturing. Gigacasting is the single biggest factor enabling the $25,000 EV, full stop. You cannot hit that price point with traditional stamping and welding. The cost structure doesn't work. But with Giga Presses, it's inevitable. This reshapes everything. It means EV adoption curves steepen. It means battery costs become the primary cost lever, not manufacturing. It means legacy automakers that successfully deploy this technology can actually compete with Tesla's pricing. And those that don't, they're manufacturing obsolescence. The geopolitical implications are staggering too. If China controls the manufacturing of the Giga Presses themselves, they control the speed at which the global auto industry can transition. It's not hyperbole, it's infrastructure dominance. This is the future of cars. Not autonomous driving, not batteries. Manufacturing itself, the invisible technology that will determine which automakers survive the next decade and which ones fade away. If you watched this and thought, I had no idea this was happening, you're not alone. Most people don't. But now you do. You understand why Tesla's factory is different, why China is investing in die casting like it's going out of style, why Ford is openly copying Tesla's homework, why Sandy Munro said this is the biggest change since Henry Ford.